Hi, I'm Sandra Parker. What is it that makes life meaningful? How is it that we find purpose? I want to talk about meaning and purpose and how we can tune into our bodies to find that. Meaning and purpose. Okay, these are deep hungers for people, to have a life that's meaningful, to have a life that isn't just what it looks like on the outside. This recognition that we're more than just living from the skin out. We live from the skin in. There's a whole inner experience of who we are. And it's the amount of that inner experience that we bring to our outer world that gives meaning to our lives. It's our ability to connect with what this actually feels like and means to me in the doing of something. I can make you a beautiful meal, but if I was completely distracted and I wasn't there for it, you know, it was just a thing I did, right? So it's very that sort of Buddhist thing, you know, really be here now, be present, be in your skin, be in the moment. But again, the problem is, if I can't tolerate what it feels like to be present in the moment, then I can't be present in the moment. And what it feels like often in the moment is vulnerable. Right? That little bit of anxiety that wires us up and instructs us to get out. Right? And as we do that, we can still go through the motions. We can still get things done. We can still soldier on and get through. And yet there's a feeling of emptiness to it. Right? There's a feeling of, you know, if anybody looked at me from the outside, they'd think I had a great life. This is what people say to me. They come into my office. And yet, I kind of wonder what it's all for. Right? They say, I should count my blessings. My life is so great. But I kind of don't feel very connected somehow to it. Right? And the key here is that what they're not connected to is themselves. And specifically, it's to the flow of emotion going through them. And that would be because that's vulnerable and that they haven't grown their ability to tolerate that little bit of anxiety that signals that there is this wave coming through us, right? Of whether it's sadness or anger or longing or passion. Even positive emotions evoke a little bit of discomfort, and sometimes they're even painful. You think about falling in love with someone, you know, it hurts, right? Even joyful anticipation of something exciting is, it's a little bit uncomfortable, right? Emotion's uncomfortable. And the signal that emotion's rising up is also uncomfortable because it's anxiety. The built-in message is, avoid, escape, get away from that thing that made you feel this way, right? And this is such a brave thing I'm asking people to do. I'm asking them to come towards the signal that says run away. So do the opposite of what comes naturally. It's like, wow, that's really not easy. And then stay with it long enough to soothe the body so that you can drop down into this information and energy that's flowing through you. And that as a result of that, there'll be more you at the end of that. And that's where the meaning is. The meaning in what I do is in how much me was there at the time. If I'm not home, if I'm not in my skin, it doesn't matter what the world brings me. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm not actually getting the nutrition out of it, the beauty of it, the meaning of it. I could go to the most beautiful building in the world, the Taj Mahal, and it's just another building. If I'm not there in my skin, able to feel the lifting up feeling that you feel as you look at that building that was built just out of love, for love, right? It lifts right off the earth, and when you connect with it, you lift right off the earth too, right? But if you're not home, it's just another building, okay? And all of our life ends up with that hollowness if we're not connected in our bodies, our feelings, listening for signal anxiety and coming home.